What is up, everybody? And I'm going to just quickly go over the cannabis stock picks that I have. Top five, that is, starting with Neptune. And we're going to talk about VFF, that's Village Farms, and CGC, also known as Canopy. And I'm going to talk about why I sold my ACB shares as well as MJ. Three, four. That's four good stocks, and also ACB, that's five. So here we go with the cannabis stock report for Sunday, June 16th. We're talking about Monday activity here, folks. So if you wake up early on Monday, I'm talking to you. Getting started here, I'm going to type in Neptune in my Yahoo Finance. Let's see here. Neptune Wellness. Now, this company's recently moved into the cannabis space. Also, it had a really good contract with Tilray and TGODF, that's the Green Organic Dutchman, both for 3-year, extraction contracts, where Neptune will be doing the oils, handling the oils or something, and doing stuff like that. And now there's a sweet jump here from, look at this. You see the low at 386 and the high at 512. This is a one-day jump on June 6th to June 7th. But right now the low was at $4.04. And you see a hammer right here. It's called a hammer formation. Just like you saw a red hammer here, now I'm seeing a green hammer with even more volume than that other hammer right there, which was 665,000. Now here's 1.05 on a green hammer. I think Monday's going to be really either a big crazy jump like this, or it might even be even better news if Monday for this stock is if you see a green square come in, something like this shape, that is then these 3 days in a row would create what's called a morning star doji. You can look that up, where you see a red, and you see that little thin one, and another green. But as we see here, it's a hammer. It could be a hammer also if you see a big jump like you see right here. It's creating a new low with that, starting with that hammer. So again, Neptune is hammering upwards here. Neptune Wellness, I think Monday is going to be a really good, bullish, positive day for Neptune. And next up, we have VFF, down $1.19 on Friday, over 9%. Now you see here what it's doing on the chart. Of course, this charts that I have is a Bollinger Band here, and I have added the indicator, the RSI indicator as well. You add your indicators by clicking the plus sign, and you can add whichever indicators you needed, like Bollinger Band and RSI, the two that I always keep up when I'm looking at these charts. And so as I mentioned that, you see VFF has already gone below the bottom of this Bollinger Band. And this thing's cycling rapidly up between 12 and 14. So this is where you want it. You'd say 1166, but based on these pictures, this is not a trend reversal, this big red block. So my notes are telling me 981 to 1142, this puppy's going to be dropping right here. You're going to want it at one of these lows. Like you see the lows getting higher. Last low was at 1181, but it didn't keep it, because here we are at 1156 as a low. So yeah, it's definitely going to bring some kind of 1150. So I'm thinking 1142. Definitely 1153. It'll be up to this level as a low. And I think it could drop all the way as low as, say, 981, way down. It could just have some business down here, though, really. Honestly, whatever this is, 1029, yeah. It's So say 1042, 1020, 1030, 1042. You could see it coming down here, not to like be down here as a lower low, but I'm talking about a shadow of some kind of a trend reversal signal you might see down here, because this VFF stock is not going to be a low $11 stock. This is going to be a very expensive stock very soon. Of course, VFF handles cannabis in Texas, which is, I think, they're going to have the most fertile farmlands in terms of square footage in the United States. You can compare them to California and Alaska. I mean, Alaska has more square footage, but it's frozen out there, and California, they don't have the square footage as Texas in terms of farmland. So yes, find the low for VFF. That's my conclusion on them for Monday. They're gonna drop into the tens, I think, here. CGC is up next. CGC's, I have that. My notes are telling me that's the same kind of deal. This one's gonna find it, like the pattern that I'm seeing. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. So this one, there could be, so if we see a green square right here, that would create a morning star doji pattern. If we see a green square similar to this red square, then this would be just a trend reversal doji, and it would shoot upwards to a newer to this trajectory right there. If this is green, or otherwise, I think CGC would give us a good buying price at the low end of the Bollinger Band. That's below $40. And so I'm thinking the low would be 38.42 to maybe 40.42. Current price again is 41.18 at the end of Friday. And the low on Friday was 40.45. So yeah, I think it's going to match that low. I don't think it's going. CGC is doing really good right now. CGC is taking over in the United States hemp. They're going to be taking advantage of the hemp law changes, along with VFF. VFF concentrating on Texas, and CGC has been concentrating on the rest of the United States. Something that ACB has not been doing, and that's why I sold all my ACB shares. I don't think they've been concentrating on the United States enough, and just looking at the patterns in ACB, I'm just not happy with it. We can look at it, but and this portion of the video is titled "Why I Sold My ACB Shares." It actually never hit the top of the Bollinger Band, and it keeps hitting the bottom. That's 2 times. It's about to hit it a third time at $7 without even hitting the top of it. I mean, you got this guy called Nelson Peltz, and this is Nelson Peltz. Is what he's done for the company is brought them over $10, and then look at what's happened after that. This guy Peltz is a big donor to George W. Bush, his campaign, and that's on the Wikipedia for Nelson Peltz. So really, the ACB is, they're really proud of this George W. Bush funder. I mean, not really. It's kind of an indirect knock at him, but what the hell, that's G.W. Bush. He's not a cool dude. Now, moving on, let's take a quick look at MJ. And again, MJ, my notes are telling me that it's going to find a lower low than whatever it's at right now. It did drop below 32. Where's this? $0.78 down on Friday. Okay, so this is, I think, really a good pick also, but it's not found the bottom of that Bollinger Band there, and 30.32. So I'm thinking it could hit $30 even, or $30.32. You could see previously it hit $30 even, and the Bollinger Band is saying $30.32. Is why I was thinking about one of those two numbers. And who knows? It could just fall under. It could just quickly fall under 30 even. So just something to look for on Monday is a good price. The volume just looks pretty 400,000. I mean, this is not a cheap stock compared to. The volume's not terrible compared to what it's been, I guess. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna need 1 million volume to just to probably increase. But yeah, so I think it will drop a little bit. And if you look at the see that's a 39 RSI. Anyway, yeah, I think this one's not going up just yet, just based on the pictures here. So that's my review of all the cannabis stocks for today. That's Sunday, June 16th, and this is supposed to be what you might look for on Monday. This is all for entertainment, educational purposes. Yes, I'm trying to invest in these stocks myself and trying to figure this stuff out. So this is just my honest opinions and what I'm looking to do on these stocks. Again, Neptune, you got a hammer in Neptune. You got VFF. It's got a low maybe between 981 to 1142. You got CGC maybe coming into a low between 3842 and 4042. And I sold my ACB shares, folks. I held them for a long time, and it was definitely one of my biggest holdings for a very long time. The three stocks that I've invested the most, spent the most time chasing have been ACB, CGC, and VFF at this point. This new one, Neptune, is I think it's a good one, guys. Let's go in on this one. That hammer looks really nice. Meanwhile, MJ, I think it could be down to a low of $30 around or so for MJ. And with that, I hope you guys are informed on my happy with my choices here. Let me know if there's any picks that I didn't talk about. I only talked about 5 stocks, keeping it simple, and these are the best ones. I think if there's any that I didn't mention, there's maybe something I don't like about it. My buddy's asking me about CTST. Maybe you want to sell it in the mid 5s, 520, 530, 542. What about Hexo? I'm glad I don't have it anymore. Guys, I'll be looking for these patterns in these charts, and until then, let's help each other out, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.